可以，你能进来。嗯，对，刚刚在调设备。嗯，可以，你能进来。嗯，对，刚刚在调设备。Record。嗯，可以，你能进来。嗯，对，刚刚在调设备。Record。我把这个调好之后，我就把它发到朋友圈，发推流。哎，这个怎么弄来着？为什么不用 OBS？就 Zoom 直接那个。Zoom 可以直接 live stream YouTube，所以没有。我知道有 OBS 选项，但是不需要。然后就是 cursor。Tornado to resolve。好，我现在只需要把我还发个朋友圈，把这个 MCP Wide Live Coding 02这个 Zoom。这个是 Zoom。这个是 Live Coding。 我来建个群。可以。
No.
OK。
Let me import this. Oh, fuck.
好，我们正式开始。刚刚调试设备花了比较久时间。我们简单过一下。
The information
Firstly,
of what's
we have create a MCP project, and we can see the UV. Auto context protocol. Oh, MCP Python. Yeah, we can see we are using the UV to manage our Python project. It's a fast Python package and project manager. and we create a MCP project, and then we use UV init to create this Python project, and it generates the package here. Then we run the recommend command, like we add MCP CLI client, this command to add MCP to our project dependencies. And then we run this command to run the standalone MCP development tools. Yeah, we copy this file, the server.python, as a quick start. It gives us a add function to called by the cloud app. And finally, we run MCP installs server Python, and we run this MCP server. Here, the command can be found by this path, the user rena.local bin uv, which the path is the uv path. We can see the user read. And finally, we should run this command, uv run mcp run dot server dot python. We run this command to install the server to this desktop. Yeah, we add the server demo to cloud config, and we can call this demo function like the add function as the MCP tool. We can change the MCP service name. We can change another name. Before we change, we can have a test in the cloud. Yesterday we test the add function as a tool. We can ask what is the result of 2 plus 2, and we can see there is MCP tool available here. You can ask, yeah, I'm not a pro, it's just a free plan, so we can use MCP as a normal user. The result of 2. Whoops, it failed. What is the sum result of 2 plus 2? What is the sum of 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5? Yeah, we can see the MCP tool calling in this cloud. I don't know the reason. We can see the live.
The actual config.
Find the why.
If we fix An API.
Don't know why.
We well, a lot of
Can you tell me what is? Can you tell me what is 2 plus 2? Where can you find any access to MCP tool in local? Can you add 2 plus is 2 using MCP tool? Yeah, it's called MCP locally. Allow for this chat. Succeed called MCP tool. What is the I don't know reason the MCP tool is not very stable to call. What is the tool to show me the result of plus we can try plus with different numbers with many numbers, not only two. Show me result of five, five, five. Using MCP. I don't have direct access to any MCP tool, but I can calculate this sum using the function available to me. Since the addition function only adds two numbers at a time, I will need to make multiple calls. Seems like we need to tell the AI using MCP tool to calculate, and then it will be called the function, or it will not available.
things. MCP that we can use for Hamming, but you can use it for whatever you want. So well, now let's add a few more things. Well, base has a MCP that will give you a nice starting point to see. That will be cool. Well, now let's improve a little bit this. Let's call this like Hummingbot. Hummingbot. Let's change it to Hummingbot. And now it's able to give me resources, Claude, or how it works. Use style, attach from MCP. I don't know if it's possible to.
Yeah, we can change the MCP tool's name. Maybe call it calculator. Okay. Calculator. We call it calculator. Yeah, we add server calculator to cloud, and we can change the config. We need to restart it. Error. It's like arrow. Edit config cloud desktop config open with cursor which UV calculator. Yeah, since we changed the demos, the MCP's name, so we need to delete the demo and delete demo, and we need to add another dynamic we need to restore. And then we restart cloud again. We start it. No arrow. And then we can see add calculator. So we should upload the file. Can you see, do you have any access to MCP tool locally using MCP tool to calculate 2 plus 2? Yeah, it's a core MCP tool, so we should allow for this chat, allow these ones, allow for this chat. Yeah, so we can see it called the MCP server successfully. Okay, let's get.
to get the resources from there.
Like it?
But well, we are going to talk to add a few more resources here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to use the backend API client that I have here in QuantLab. So I already have the backend API running. Oh, I stop it. But this is the backend API. Just to show you what you can do with backend API. I will run it, and I have this open here. Let me refresh it. So basically, with the backend API, we have. Let me see. It's starting. Let me start closing a few things. By term. Okay. So backend API has Docker management. This will let you start and stop bots, see the active containers, see the images that you have available, all that stuff. Let me see the chat. Uh, okay. Memento, yes, I want that configuration from cloud.json to understand like how to use the same environment. That would be interesting. Shivansh y Adav, the way to run it or access it, if you run it from source, it will not be available. So you need to run it from Docker. If it's running in Docker, you can access in the local host as you did before. Well, so we have this Docker management thing. We have the files management, the broker messages. We have the market data. We have the back testing. We have a bunch of like routes to access. Like for example, manage credentials shows us like the account state. Let's see the account state. Let's try it out. Okay, so it tells us I have this amount of units of Bitcoin, this amount of units of Doge. Well, so it tells me like the units that I have for each of the tokens that are in my account. So well, basically we can get a little bit of information like account state history. Let's see. This is like a list by timestamp of the inventory that I have. Well, there are a bunch of things that you can use from here. And another thing that we can do is to get the control configs. So all control configs, we can get all the control configs. Maybe it's fading because of. Uh, okay, we need to figure out why that one is not working. But no, well, yeah, I don't have any control config up and running, so I need to add them. But well, these are things that we are going to start doing right now. Let me copy the controllers again because I was doing a bunch of modifications. Add what? Bots controllers. Yeah, here. Okay. Add. Okay. Well, for that we are going to use this. As I mentioned in Kwanzaa, interact directly with the backend API client, right? So let me copy the client base. Well, let me copy everything. Here, what is here? Let's copy services and just, I'm not going to use DARP. I'm not going to use this one. I'm not going to use this one, nor this one. MongoDB, no. Just this one that has AO HTTP. UB add AO HTTP, AIO, yeah, HTTP. Okay, we have that dependency now. That's the only dependency that we need. Pandas 2, UB add pandas. Okay, from services. Okay, we also need to install Hummingbot. This is going to be complex because I'm currently working on the Hummingbot upgrade. I see where we are using this. Okay, it's for run back testing, so let's remove this. And then when we upgrade the dependency of Hummingbot, I will improve it. I promised. Pandas, PD that. Okay, we are not using pandas. So it was all fake. Client base is the only thing that we are using. Okay, so now that we have this, let's ask cursor to let's create a new one, and let's say I want to add the following tools to my MCP server using the client of backend API clients. So the first tool that I want is get account state. The second tool that I want is get candles, say, get candles, get real or get candles. Yeah, get candles. The third tool is get active bots.
Yeah,
Then I
we are
also
not
want
going to
to
build the Hummingbot client server, MCP server, because I don't have the Hummingbot uh first API and its database. So maybe I will build my own DEX data PostgreSQL server. Maybe like let's first watch this video.
uh, list controllers. List controllers and list controller configs. This one is the one that I want, I think. I know. This one is interesting. Let's call it Bollinger V1. Oh, the pi was the error. Let's see. No, no, this is for getting the controller. Yeah, no. List controllers. Uh, it will be really good if we can get the information of what's the actual config. Like what are the parameters that I need to pass. Probably can add that route. All controls config. Yeah, probably we can add that route. Get control config. Let's add like get control config. Uh, this would be like files. Manage files. List scripts. Load script config class. It will be router get and how we call it here, controller. Oh, that one is already there. I think that is redundant, this. I think that this is redundant, but I don't want to write down, turn me inside down, down. Yeah, well, but that's something that we can do later on. Oh no, let's do it now. This would be router get controller config Pydantic. Then I will review it because I have to review it for this. But yeah, let's add a very simple one. This will be. Let me add the same one that is static method def. Call it here. From timebot.strategy v2.control. This like this, directional trading, or that will be cool. Okay, now let's see here, control type, directional trading, Bollinger v1.py. Internal server error, nice. Field name. And that is why we have breakpoints, guys, to understand what is this. Config class, model fields, items. You have a debugging class, a live debugging class. Name, field, and name here. I'm very fast because I was coding nonstop the last few days to spot the pedantic errors. Well, another question from us: will it work with all changes connectors, and will both be one of the two strategies? How much execution speed will I lose it in milliseconds? That's a very difficult question to answer, Alex. How much speed are you going to lose? But this is not going to trade directly for you. It's like how to. Hey, we got it. We have the config with the default values. Okay, very nice. So now let's try to go to our system here, and let's ask Cloud to for get controller configs, get available controllers, get controller config for a specific controller with default values. Up upload controller configs. 7 deploy bots with a few controllers. Okay. Hey, Grant Stephenson. Very good, very good. With a lot of work this week, but doing well. Yeah. I hope that you are good too. And don't worry for being late. The important thing is that you are here. So, and also we need to also add this endpoint to our backend API. Okay, I will. Okay, I will accept this. Now Adele, to get the controller config from the actual controller, I added this new route to the backend API. Can you add it and and also modify the tool? Okay, now let's see if he can do that. Okay, he's doing it. Okay, well, now I will trust that Cursor did this basic thing well. Let's review what he did. So we have the first tool that is get account state. Let's remove this tool that we are not going to use it. So we have this that is get account state. Perfect. Get real-time candles. Perfect. Get historical candles. Perfect. Get active bots. Will be good if we can add a description to all these fields, so we can really know, like, for example, start time in integer. Maybe it's in seconds or milliseconds. Well, those are the things that will be also nice to understand if we can specify more things about the arguments. Get active bots. Get available controllers. This is not controllers config. This is client list controllers. This would be get available controllers config. Get controller config. Get controller. And here it will be MCP tool. This will be async def. Get available controllers. Backend API client has these controllers. List controllers? No. And the route is list controllers. Yeah, these controllers. Let me add that route too. Code it. Uh, uh. Let's add it here. Async dev, these controllers. Okay, this will work. Perfect. I don't know if I need to rerun this. It's only recognizing one tool. Let me see if I open a new chat. No, it's still checking that it's only one tool. Let me close Claude. Let me open again Claude. Oh, disconnected for troubleshooting. Now let's see what's the error. Open logs. No module name AOHTTP. Okay, guys, this is a thing that I really want someone from the audience because I don't want to look for this live, but this will be really something that you can help me. That is, how can I, in this cloud config that edit config, open with cursor, or maybe cursor knows. It's possible to specify in this config how that it has to use the environment of this project instead of using with for all the dependencies. Let me see if this is possible. If it's possible, will be really good. If it's very simple. If not, if someone wants to help me with that, that would be really cool. Oh, nice. Seems like it can. Project Deer. Okay. Let's try if it works. If not, we are just using AHTTP. And probably it's a good idea to have like I need to check another thing would be checking other services. But yeah. You might yeah, maybe I can use ask. No, open MCP and then comma, then MCP CLI, and this is where it was like all the dependencies were defined like this. The thing is that I don't want to define all the dependencies. I just want to use this environment that I'm using here. So if there is a way to to tell Cloud, hey, you need to run it with this environment directly, that would be much more better. So let me try that way. If not, maybe I can look to other repo to no, it's the same shit. See, open logs. Uh, uh, um. Well, I don't want to waste time debugging this now. If someone wants to look that for me, will be good. As I don't want to waste time, I will just use the previous approach with MCP CLI. Let me roll this with Pydantic and with AO HTTP. Let me see if now it's working. Okay, now it's working. Very cool. We have the 10 tools that are available here. So let's try if it works. Let's tell. Can you tell me the last can you tell me the average? Let's make something a little bit complex to understand if it works well. The average price of BTC USDT using Binance candles. The average price of the last 10 days of. Okay, let's see if it understands that has to use a tool. I will treat solar candles. Let me do. Okay. Allow. It's possible to allow forever. Okay. It's okay. Let's see if it understands that has to use a tool. I will treat solar candles. Let me do. Okay. Allow. It's possible to allow forever. Okay. It's telling. Let me try again with the quarter parameter name. Max records. Yeah, this is the thing about get historical candles. Maybe the time wasn't the right. Based on the data retrieved, I can calculate the average closing price. Okay. Let's see if this is. Oh, it would be really nice to see the logs. Well, actually, we can see in the API if the logs were correct. Real-time candles, okay. Historical candles, well, we have a problem with historical candles. Actually, I will remove them for now so it doesn't get confused again. Because this is the thing that I mentioned, like, is there a way to specify this integer? What's the metric that we should use, all that stuff? Well, for now, let's remove it. But seems like it was able uh, to get this. Let's see if the real price of Bitcoin was that. Let me, if it's or is hallucinating. But seems like it might be the case. Trade spot. Trade spot. Okay. BTC USDT. Come on. Seems like it's quite close, huh? Maybe I would like to see what's the data that is returned by. Well, I don't know why Binance is working so bad. Let's see this on the last 10 days. 83, 100, like 82. I don't know if it's going to use the close or the open price. Maybe this one. 83, 82, 80. Well, I don't know what's the right price that he's using, but says that the average is 84. And yeah, 84 will be something like this. How many days are these? 10 days. Well, yeah, I suppose that it will be. It goes from 82. This isn't the close price, probably. Or let's say, can you give me the uh, retrieved information? No, yeah, it's getting the information from from backend API. This data that we are seeing here is data that we generate with the backend API. Just to show you where that happens is like if you call here the method uh, uh, real-time candles with Binance, BTC, USDT, 1 day, and 10 records, or yeah, 100 records. If you execute this method, the output is like timestamp, open, high, low. So this is the same data that is available for this for Claude. So that's really cool, guys. We were able to understand like what is like the data of that is available here. Homer says, uh, uh, yeah, yeah, Jonathan. I think that it should be, it should be okay. It should be able. I should be able to. I should be able to define like here in this in here like the arguments types and information about the arguments, because when you are defining a tool in in I don't know, LangChain or whatever, you are usually able to do that stuff, like to specify all that information. But well, now let's create a new chat and let's start. If you want to contribute that, that would be really cool. But I think that um, I think that this will be an open project as always. It's like this is not like a main part of Hummingbird, but as you can see, it's very powerful. So let's see. Let's tell me. Can you tell me information about my account state? Let me I wanna run with you now. Okay. Well, it's able to access my account, so that's another cool thing. We make Claude aware of our account. And now let's say I want to deploy a directional strategy. What a directional controller? What are the controllers available to avail? I want to deploy a directional controller. Let me retrieve the controllers. I don't know if there is a way to accept all the tools. Someone knows if there is that config available. Okay, yeah, I don't want to accept anymore. So if someone knows like how to accept for whatever that thing will be cool. Well, here says here's an available list of controls that you can deploy. So let's say, okay, I want to trade in Binance. I want to trade in Binance Perpetual in the trading pair WorldCoin USDT and with the controller Bollinger B1. Can you tell me what are the other things that I need to add to the config and help me defining good parameters for that. In the meanwhile, oh, nice. See that the first thing that it did was getting all the parameters. Uh, it checks all the parameters that were available here. So this is telling me the base controllers. And here you're saying Bollinger B1 is, oh nice, it's really cool. This let me, I reduce to make it conservative the stop loss in, okay, and now let's deploy this bot. Is it deploying the bot? Oh my god. Great, your confirm is successfully updated. This would be freaking amazing if it's deploying the bot. This will be get active bots. Maybe it made a mistake. Let me see if it tried to deploy. If it tried to deploy, create bot instance. Oh no. This is really cool. Oh my god, guys. We have a bot running. We have a bot running, guys. We have a deploy. Create bot instance. Oh no. This is really cool. Oh my god, guys. We have a bot running. We have a bot running, guys. This is really cool. Let me attach to the terminal. Uh, yeah, yeah, I accept everything. Let me see. Docker PS. Let me attach. He deployed another one. Oh, he deployed two bots already. Docker attach. Yeah, yeah. As this guy says, we shouldn't be. Oh wait. Uh, nice. Okay, 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 okay. I know what the issue is. I know what the issue is, guys. Um, I will call it to stop. The problem is that let me look for deploy. Oh, this is backend API. Yes, it's backend API. Let me look for deploy or create Hamlet instance here with this config, script config. This is conf controllers. Well, first of all, one thing that is missing here that we need is the broker, because the updates are going to be sent through the broker. So that's something that we need. The other thing that, oh fuck, let me close console because we're not going to use it. The other thing that we need is because the problem is that when it deployed Hummingbot, the when it deployed Hummingbot, it put like the name of the controller config without that YAML. But as I don't want to put a lot of rules in the AI to put that YAML, all that stuff, I think that is much more better if we just if we just sorry, I'm bugged. If we just coerce when we create the Honeypot instance, if there is no .yaml, we add the .yaml there, and that's all. Conf between controllers, bot name, controller conf is here. Let me add here. So let's put for controller config, controller config. Let's put this stuff. If controller or ends with .yaml, controller config. Okay, this is going to help us doing the stuff. So let's come back. Let's create another one, another chat to start over. Let me remove these containers that we have here. Let me remove this one too. We only have backend API running the broker. So all good. Let's start backend API again. Perfect. Well, now let's talk with Claude and let's do a little bit of analysis with one. Okay, this is going to help us doing the stuff. So let's come back. Let's create another one, another chat to start over. Let me remove these containers that we have here. Let me remove this one too. We only have backend API running the broker. So all good. Let's start backend API again. Perfect. Well, now let's talk with Claude and let's do a little bit of analysis. Let's tell, I want to pick some I want to pick the best 3 markets of this list to run. Oh, we can run a grid actually. That would be more cool. We can no one message remaining. No. Uh that's really bad. Change the LLM. No, I don't want to pay. Bad. Do a little bit of analysis. Let's tell. I want to pick I want to pick the best 3 markets of this list to run. Oh, we can run a grid actually. That would be more cool. We can no one message remaining. No. Uh that's really bad. Change the LLM. No, I don't want to pay. They wanted me to pay. Oh
For a
no.
while. and
More
some
model?
water.
No, but it's still. No, you know what I can do? Or I can. This is pro. Yeah, it's not possible here to. It's not possible to do it. Uh, no, connecting to local llama is not hard. The thing is that Cloud already provides a lot of facilities to us here. If not, I have to code and then I learn from scratch. But I can do it. But the thing is that it's already like 2.5, and we are like 1 hour and a half of streaming. So the other thing that I can do is to maybe I can connect with here. MCP, add a new. Can you add the MCP server that we are developing to Cursor? Use as a reference cloud desktop. Okay. Wait me a second. That I'm going to quickly to the bathroom. I'm coming. While this finish the move. Wait, just a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm here. Memento says use directory this time. Like instead of this, use directory. This is what you mean, Memento? No, nice. Seems like Cursor identified very well. Let's see if it's able to. Can you? Well, let's try to do this pipeline. Let's try to do the following. Let's try to first identify like interesting tokens from top 10 list to or let's define a few markets like Bitcoin. This will be get the market the candles the Binance candles of the following markets. It's called BTC USDT, ETH USDT, Doge USDT. Oh no. WorldCoin USDT. What else? Sol USDT. Oh no. Sol USDT. Paul. Paul, another one, sorry, Paul. What else is hot in Binance? Let's see. Binance. Let's go to perps, straight perps. Uh, XRP and uh, XRP, ADA, XRP and ADA. That's all. XRP. In the meanwhile, I'm going to connect. Uh, okay. I'll connect our keys. I'll need to change my keys. Okay. I am connecting the keys, the other screen, but things that my keys were I need to change now. But well, it doesn't have withdrawal feature, so um let me see here if Binance Perpetual utils API secret, API key, exactly perfect. Execute. Oh no. Oh yeah. Connected keys, perfect. Now we have the keys connected. So let's see this. It's retrieving for Doge. Will be good to accept all the messages at once, but okay, it's retrieving. We're working now. I don't know where this is storing like the information, but it's getting the XRP now. Okay. The last one, ADA. Well, the good thing is that it did the tool call for all the things. So we can see real-time candles. Okay, okay, okay. So that's really cool. Now it should be like understanding how to train blind with a support understand level for each trading pair. But actually, it's like this is good. It's like cursor is okay. Support levels for BTC. Okay, let's understand if this is something that makes sense or not. So it's saying that let's see if it did something that makes sense or not. So let's accept this. Let's see, we are talking about Bitcoin first. So Bitcoin USDT, it was using 1 hour candles. Using the last 20 days, I think. Well, let's understand the support levels. 83 to 83,500. So this is the first. Let me put 83 to 83,500. This is a first support level. Medium support says that is 86 to 86 to 86,500. This is, and the minor support level is 88,500. Here to 89. So this says that is like the support levels are like this. And the resistance levels is 90 to 95. Like, it's a little bit, seems like it's a little bit random, this. 90 to 9,500. Oh, this is like overlapped, I think. 89, 89, 500. Maybe because there is no enough, like, how many days I asked for? I asked for the last 30 days. 30 days is 30 days is up to this value, up to this candle. Okay, well, based on that information is what is giving me. But it is not, this is not so good. Maybe this is the part that we should be doing like internal metrics and expose those metrics instead of just letting the AI calculate the candle. But well, let's say that this is okay for us, and we like that distribution. Let's tell now to the AI that we want. Okay, now let's now please add now I want to deploy the controller grid strike grid component under the generic that is a generic controller type. Can you get the config of the default config and propose three three configs based on the analysis generated in trading plan for the top 3 markets with opportunity. One comp for the 3 markets opportunity. After you generate the three, after you generate a config, please no, please no, I will not ask it. Upload it to backend API and then deploy a bot with the 3 configs. Okay, let's see if this works. Now I'm saying, okay, based on this analysis that you did, generate a config from one of the strikes that we have. That is a grid strike. It's just a grid. What is going to do this is going to look for. Is going to look for. Let me see. It's going to look for the parameters that grid strike has. Oh no, seems like it's not available grid strike component. Let me see. This is error. Let me remove this so there is no errors. Okay. Let me start a new chat. I don't know, maybe we can rerun this. There was an error in the API. But what it's going to do is to check what are what is the config from this tool. Is telling me, okay, these are the parameters that you have available. And then says, based on the trading plan, identify top 3 markets opportunities. After analyzing the trading plan, these appear to be the opportunities. Wide range and significant range with bothering power information. So it is uploading. If this works, it's going to be name field. Okay. It uploaded the config. Let's see if the config is here. Controllers. Nice. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know. Wait. Let me paste one of these to have as a reference. A grid, this grid, for example. Let's copy this one. BTC grid example. And let me tell here. Use as example the config that is already in the server with the name BTC grid example. Okay, now let's see. The user wants to deploy a grid. I'll have you deploy a grid, get control config. It's actually really powerful, this. I didn't thought that it's going to be that good, because at some point I was like, thinking that it was going to be like very bad, but now it added a new controller, add a grid. Oh, it's amazing, this. Add a UCT. So it's adding the sol config. Now it's adding the WorldCoin config. Okay, it added the three configs. And now deploy bots with controllers. Ta-tan, ta-tan. What fails? Oh, no, it worked. Deploy bots with controllers. Let me see if it's working. It started or not. Let me see. We have a bot running, but let's see if we have an error or not. Terminal. Let's attach the instance. We have to finish the live stream by writing a bot, guys. That's the point. Docker, attach. Seems like it created status. Seems like it should be started. The question is why it's not running. Let me see the config if there is any error with the configs, but I'm not seeing any big error. My voice is in and out. Maybe my Wi-Fi is not good. Mhm. Ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Here seems like it didn't start it with the right controller configs. And we just modified the. We just modified was the way to. Well, let me see if it's. Maybe I did a mistake when I just added these changes to the deploy script with controllers. No, 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 no. I did a very stupid thing. Control configs to deploy. The issue was mine. Sorry, guys. Now it's going to work. Come on. The problem was that I was overriding the controls config, and it was impossible to run any bots with this. So let's see if now we kill this. Okay. Let's do the tool call again. Now there is another one up and running. Let's see. Docker ps-a, Docker attach. Oh, or maybe, let me see if the creation was of this one was okay or not. Let me see. Conf scripts. No, maybe it's not taking into account the changes that we just did. So maybe we can let me remove this. Maybe we need to restart the server because we were applying changes to this stuff. So let's first restart the MCP server. Maybe we can close cursor and open cursor again. Maybe we can consider that restarting the server. I don't know. Can you deploy the connection error? What's happening? But it's not able to stop the instances. I don't know why. It's like gets like Jaime got bugged the containers. I cannot stop those containers. But I think that the error was that it wasn't like working. Docker ps-a, Docker stop. It's really bad to stop a container. I don't know why. Well, imagine that this is me is my Docker that is bad. But well, now can you deploy the configs that we generated? The problem is that the configs that were created before is like tool MCP. I don't know how this gets reloaded. That's another important thing to understand. Or okay, maybe the error was here. CLI with Pydantic and with uh, AO HTTP. Now it's working. Okay. Give me a second. Can you deploy the widgets that are created in Sol ADA and roll a coin. We see if that works. Okay, seems to connect. Ah, no, sorry, I have backend API stopped. A very simple thing. Now it's working. Get account state. Get available controllers. Get available controllers config. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, Workon was not available. Ah, no, sorry, nice. It identified that Workon was not available, so that's a good thing. Now deploy bots with controllers. Let me try to deploy the one by one. No. Now let's see if this, it only deploys Sol. Oh, nice. We deployed bot, guys. Is train on Sol. That's really nice. Bum, bum, bum. So, well, guys, we were able to. Now, obviously, that the config is probably not the right one, but this is crazy, guys. We were able to deploy the bot here. Now, I'm telling you the previous call. In the previous call, you only included the sol config, and you need to pass a list with the three configs. I think that all this stuff that I am like over saying to, you see, now it's trying to deploy the three of them. So let's run the tool with the three of them. And now we should be deploying the bot in the three markets. But all the things, I think that this guy, how was the name of the guy? Um, Jonathan Wagner. I think that this Jonathan Wagner guy was saying that we should check how is the integration with the or how is the Python SDK for the MCP server, that we should be able to define here, like, okay, in deploy bots with controllers, like controller configs. Here you need to pass a list of the strings of controller configs, whatever. And now the LLM will know that that is something that you can do. But well, see that now we have bots training a bunch of in a bunch of markets. So that's really nice, guys. Maybe we need to add like more, like better flows. This is like really open to the LLM to do whatever it wants, but maybe it's worth to, instead of like letting it free for that or doing free things. Well, we're actually trading, guys. Instead of doing like random things, we can just let it be more like conservative in terms of, okay, the information that is providing is generating the configs in this way, or can we have a template of how we would like to deploy? Based on that template, only modify a few things from it, like more like an a more structured way of how the LLM can actually generate those configs and take decisions over an account. Remember, guys, that this is always I always say this regarding to algo trading is like don't think that the AI will do everything for you or will make you rich. It's like the LLM is just a model that, based on input tokens, is able to predict what's the best next output tokens that can be the sequence. So that is what an LLM is. It's not God. So you have to be really careful to understand. Okay, this makes sense to do it in this way. What are the bounds that I can do? So well, the idea of today was just to learn together what is an MCP server. This is my first time coding one. We were able to connect it to Cursor, we were able to connect it to Claude, and we were able to get data from our backend API. That is one of the services of Hummingbot. Um, create configs. That is something really cool too. We were able to create configs, and also we were able to upload the configs and deploy bots from this. So I really like the experience of Claude. I actually like it more than Cursor to do the stuff that I was doing, but well, I don't want to pay for it. But well, probably the next time what we can do, if you want, guys, is to do the same thing, but with a local LLM. Like try to use Schema 3 or QN or one LLM that Llama and code that with Pydantic AI. I don't know. That's a potential thing that we can do. But well, I hope that you like it. And yeah, I think that was a very good session today. Let me see if we can know like can you tell me what's the performance of my bots right now? Maybe it knows. But I found that if we can really connect with with the MCP server and we find like a safe way to do this. Oh, nice. Check this, guys. Solve grid bot. This is the performance, the unrealized PNL, the volume traded. All this comes from the backend API. But yeah, we are running the Sol Grid bot that is running in the alone, and we are running the multi-grid bot that is running all these bots here. So this is really cool, guys. Let's see now. Okay, now let's stop it. Uh, yeah. Try it on the weekend and share it. Now let's tell this guy, okay, I want to stop everything. Can you stop the controllers and then stop stop the instances? But well, what I was saying is that maybe paying, if this works well and you can control a bunch of bots in this way, maybe it's worth paying. No, I don't have a stop bot. No, cancel. I need to add the stop bot that is already here in the is already here. Stop bots, stop controller from bots, and all this stuff. Okay, it's going to add that to the server. But yeah, I want this. I can. Don't worry, cursor, I will reload it for you. Can you stop the controllers from my active bots, and then stop the bot. Stop the bot. Okay. Now let's see if we can stop the controllers first. If that's possible, you active controllers, stop controllers from bot. Now let's stop controllers from the second bot. Now Now the all controllers are stopped. Let's stop the bot. The error is in the connection when streaming the channel from the MQTT. But well, this is an error that will be okay. It's not a big deal. But well, see that, guys. The other thing that was wrong is I didn't close the positions. That's a problem that it failed on closing the positions. But well, it stopped placing the orders. So that's a good thing. Maybe we need to check the shutdown, all that stuff. Oh well, I think that was a very cool session today. We understood like together how this MCP thing